It was back in 2018 and I was diagnosed with stage 4 Hodgkin's lymphoma, and I'd been having the symptoms for about a year and a half without knowing what they were. So luckily I went to a GP who was brilliant. He sort of took everything that I was going through and went, you know what, I think I know what we need to check out. And yeah, so I was diagnosed. I went through 6 months of aggressive chemo. I luckily reached remission, but a few months later relapsed, and then it was more chemo, stem cell transplant, and luckily like 2.5 years in remission now.
Gosh, I mean, it still, though, took a year and a half, though, didn't it, for you to spot those symptoms? Obviously, happy result for you in the end. That could have happened a lot easier if you'd known the symptoms, presumably.
Massively, it really would. I mean, it even came down to the point where they actually told me that I had Hodgkin's lymphoma. I didn't know it was a cancer. That's how little I knew about it. So all symptoms...
Talk to us about those symptoms then. What were they?
So for me, it was drenching night sweats, unexplained weight loss, recurrent colds, flus, itching. So that's actually something that's quite common, but no one seems to know about it, is like full body itching. And then when I was diagnosed, I had a painless lump in my neck.
Those symptoms could also pass for other things, couldn't they, Kate? I mean, and that's the problem, isn't it? But you really want to make people aware of all the symptoms. I mean, talk to us about what they are.
Absolutely. So the kinds of symptoms Georgie's talking about are absolutely right, but really we're asking people to look out for things that are abnormal for them, so something that just doesn't feel right in your own body, or persistent symptoms, so something that's been going on for a really long time. So that could be night sweats like Georgie described, or it could be weight loss or unexplained bruising. It could be things like regular infections as well. Just things where you know something's not right. It's not immediately obvious what's wrong, like it might be with a condition like breast cancer or prostate cancer. But if something's not right, go to your GP and ask them.
Well, very good advice. And Georgie, you're also spreading the word, if you like, via social media posts. I mean, just how important is it to you to do that?
I mean, massively important for me. I think for growing up and knowing nothing about blood cancer, even though Hodgkin's lymphoma is the most common cancer in young adults, if I can help anyone get diagnosed sooner than a stage 4, that's amazing, because we all know early detection saves lives. So the sooner people know about it, the better.
Can I ask you another question, actually, because I'm right in thinking you knew Deborah James,
Yeah.
who, of course, we all know died sadly 2 months ago of bowel cancer. And she did a lot to promote that particular cancer. And Kate, if I could bring you in, I mean, presumably you want more people to know about blood cancer as well.
Absolutely. As Georgie said, she wasn't even aware that lymphoma was a type of blood cancer. So we're really concerned that people are diagnosed with conditions they don't know are cancer. And so awareness of blood cancer as a condition is really important, but the signs and symptoms to get that diagnosis in the first place is absolutely vital.
And we've heard that from UK. And Georgie, what's your parting words to anybody who thinks, I might have a few symptoms, but I'm not sure, it might be something else?
I think, I mean, like Kate's already said, you know, knowing you're normal is so important. And if something feels off, go to your GP. It's, you know, it sounds so simple, but so many of us put it off. If something doesn't feel right, go to your GP.
Great advice, and lovely to speak to you, and glad things have ended well for you as well. Georgie Swallow and Kate Keatley, thank you very much.
Thank you.